Aloha and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Join me as I talk about all I've learned in my journey as an investor and how I was able to retire from working a 9 to 5 at age 30. The most popular way known to create passive income is real estate, but usually you need a large amount of money to begin investing in real estate, which can understandably be discouraging since most people don't have that kind of money laying around. Not to mention the time and possibly additional money it takes to oversee or to pay someone to oversee that whole process. What if I told you there was an alternative way to make passive income that is more affordable and is less time consuming?
Here we go again.
I understand your skepticism, but hear me out. Investing in ETFs can change your whole life, just like it changed mine. For a more in-depth video on what an ETF is, click the link above. Did you know that you can collect passive income by investing into ETFs? Certain ETFs will pay you dividends quarterly, monthly, or even weekly just for investing in them. I've invested into many types of ETFs to try to receive passive income. Today, I'm going to talk about another one of my favorites called NVDY. Its full name being YieldMax NVIDIA Option Income Strategy ETF, which was created by a company called YieldMax. YieldMax is yet another company that creates ETFs to generate income from options trading on both singular and multiple securities. On the homepage of their website, it will show a list of all of their tickers. NVDY is YieldMax's ticker for their options ETF that follows a stock called NVDA or NVIDIA. This means YieldMax uses options trading on specifically NVIDIA to create monthly income for the NVDY ETF. So, what's the difference between investing into NVIDIA directly versus investing into NVDY? Investing into NVIDIA will give your overall portfolio growth based on your position or how much money you have invested in NVIDIA, while NVDY will give you growth through cash dividends. The key difference being, in order to make physical money from NVIDIA, you will have to sell some or all of your shares to get paid. With NVDY, YieldMax will pay you cash monthly through dividends directly into your brokerage account. And this cash is yours to reinvest to get even more gains next month or to use however you'd like. Here's a screenshot of my most recent payouts from NVDY. In October of 2024, I received $3,299.70 in dividends. In September, I was paid $4,064.40. No clocking in, no coworkers, and no driving in traffic, all from just pure investments. Let's head back to YieldMax's website and learn a little more about NVDY. After clicking on the NVDY ticker, the right-hand side of the screen shows NVDY's distribution rate. Note that this rate can change depending on how NVIDIA is doing and how well YieldMax is managing funds for NVDY. Currently, NVDY's distribution rate is 55.66%, which is excellent. That means as of now, should the distribution rate remain the same, you could possibly receive a 55.66% return on dividends annually. Next, let's take a look at the distribution schedule. There are 3 important things on this schedule. The first being the distribution per share. This is the dollar amount you will get paid per share. The second is the payable date, which is my favorite date. This is payday. This is the scheduled date I'm going to get paid and the scheduled date for YieldMax to pay its investors dividends for this ETF. Finally, there's the EX date. To me, this is the most important date for several reasons. The first reason being is because to receive your dividends, you will need to buy a share or shares by the 2 EX dates preceding the next payout date. For example, using this schedule, if you purchase 1 share of NVDY after September 6, 2024 and before October 10, 2024, you will get paid dividends based on that 1 share on the payable date of October 11, 2024. But if you purchase 1 share of NVDY on October 10, 2024, you will not get paid until the following payable date, which is sometime next month since NVDY pays monthly. Another reason why the EX date is important is because of something called NAV erosion. NAV, or NAV, stands for Net Asset Value. YieldMax pulls from their NAV to pay their investors dividends. If you take a look at the NVDY chart and select the 1-month timeline, it shows on October 10, 2024, the overall price of this ETF dropped. This is reflective of YieldMax using their capital in order to pay its investors their dividends cash. This change in a chart for this type of investment is referred to as NAV erosion. When you look at most ETF charts that pay dividends and compare them to the coinciding distribution schedules, you are able to see that if the ETF has been capable of recovering from NAV erosion and therefore worth investing in. If you look again at NVDY's 6-month chart and hover over the deepest valley in August, the date will match the EX date listed on YieldMax. You will then see the overall price of the ETF slowly rise and maintain itself until the next drop in September. When you hover over that valley, it also matches with the EX date listed for September. And shortly after, the overall price of the ETF increases and is trending higher in the month of October than it was in September. All of this to say, NVDY has shown that it has the strength to survive NAV erosion. While you are collecting dividends from NVDY, as of now, your overall portfolio is also growing because the overall value of NVDY is also currently growing. Briefly, let's take a look at another chart of a similar type of options ETF from a different company that currently does not seem to be strong enough to survive NAV erosion. QQQY's 6-month chart shows a series of continual down-sloping steps with its overall price consistently dropping over time. We can quickly compare these large drops in the chart to the distribution dates Defiance has set and see that on or after every EX date so far for the past 6 months, this ETF is unable to gain more overall capital after paying their investors out. Currently, if you are investing in QQQY, your overall portfolio will see losses, even though Defiance is paying you dividends because the ETF is unable to survive NAV erosion. The final reason you should pay attention to the EX date is because it's the perfect day to purchase more shares. Since we know the price is going to drop on the EX date, we can buy more shares to increase our monthly payout at a much cheaper price, while also gaining portfolio growth when the ETF starts to recover. NVDY is one of my favorite ETFs that gives me all the gains and some serious passive income. Know that not all of YieldMax's funds are like this. There are other far riskier funds, so make sure you do your research and take a look at the charts and distribution dates. Now that you know one of my favorite ETFs, leave a comment below and tell me your favorite. As always, mahalo for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to continue to learn more. Till next time, bye-bye!